Hello, Prealgebra. This is lesson 50. Our objective is how do you solve multi-step equations? And really, multi-step equations are just solving with two steps, except for maybe there's another step in there. And so, basic idea is we're going to want to isolate the variable, or the x, get that by itself, and then divide or multiply. So let's start here with this one that's like example 2. And this one right here has the x in it, and this one does not. So I need to get that one that does not to the other side. The opposite of subtracting 5 is adding 5, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So left-hand side, I have that negative 2x. The right-hand side, I have 9 plus 5, which is 14. Now that x is multiplying by the negative 2, so the opposite of multiplying is going to be to divide. So divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is just 1. 1 times x is x. So I end up with 14 divided by negative 2, which is negative 7. The next one is to example 3, and I'm going to try to get everything with an x on one side, everything without an x on the other. So I'm noticing that this one and this one both have x's, so I'll leave that alone. This one right here does not have an x, so I'm going to subtract 4 and subtract 4. It's going to give me 3x minus x is going to equal to 24. Now 3x's minus 1x is the same thing as 2x's. So I'm just going to combine like terms, call that 2x. It's equal to 24. Dividing by 2, because those are multiplying. Opposite of multiplying is dividing. 2 divided by 2 is just 1. So this gives me x is equal to 12. Example 4, kind of, is to solve this one. This one has an x, this one does not, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is going to be add 11. So I have 9x is equal to 90. Dividing by 9 will give me x is equal to 10. And this next one, we're going to need to do is a little bit of simplification before we can get stuff to the other side. So I'm going to say 3 times 2x, which is 6x. 3 times the 4, which is 12. And then that minus 5x from right here, just writing it down here, is equal to 10. So these two have x's in it. This one does not, so I'm going to subtract 12. So I'm going to have 6x minus 5x is equal to a negative 2. And 6x's minus 5x's is just going to give me x is equal to negative 2. Here is a word problem. It's actually example 1. It says, suppose a taxi cab charges $1.20 to start a ride plus $3 per mile. If a ride costs $5.40, how far was the ride? Let x represent the distance traveled in miles. Solve this equation to find the length of the ride. So notice here it is $3 per mile, that's what's right here, plus $1.20 that you're charged just to start it. So if you get in and get right back out, they're going to charge you that $1.20. And then that equals the total cost of your ride. So to solve this, we're going to want to subtract that $1.20 to try to get this one by itself, which has the x in it. So this part's just 0, so I have 3x is equal to 0 minus 0 is 0, 4 minus 2 is 2, 5 minus 1 is 4. Dividing this by 3, I get x is equal to 1.4. Notice your homework down here is page 388. You can do the practice set all the 50s, and 4 more of your choice.